Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so within this video, we are going to discuss about interview questions, which are usually asked based on scenarios. Okay, within interview of the daily box as well as the AWS admin. So as we have already discussed about DevOps, so let's discuss about AWS and the interview questions which are usually asked during interview. Okay, let's do here. Let's do here. Um, interview question. Okay, so interview question. Let's do this. Whoops. AWS admin interview. Okay, let's do one more slice. So yeah, we already discussed about DevOps, so let's discuss about AWS and the interview question. Okay. Okay, so first of all, there will be a question. Okay, tell us about yourself. Okay. Okay, so tell us about yourself, or they maybe ask um, explain your day-to-day task. Okay, that's fine. It's I think it's the same thing, same question. Okay, you can say what is your daily routine? Okay. Um. Okay, what is your daily routine? Okay. Tell about yourself. So you know that what we need to explain that what you are doing, where you are working, and how long it's been. And then after there will be a question like, okay, explain your day-to-day task or what is the daily routine. Okay, so it's like sorry about that. Tell us about yourself, and then it will be like explain your day-to-day task. Okay, or you can do something. What is your daily uh, routine? Okay, so it's kind of the kind of like this. Okay, let's see if we can change the size of the. Okay, so those are those questions which are usually asked. Okay, so how do we start it? Okay, so first of all, you need to ensure that you are going to tell, tell only those things which you are performing, or even if you are not performing, then you have a quite good experience about the thing. For example, you start your day with monitoring stuff, then that all the emails, alert, whatever you have got, you will check. You will need to check them if there's any warning or if there's any critical service. So you need to fix that. Okay. If that is related to the development or maybe related to the production environment, you need to ensure that things are working fine. Okay. Then after, if there's a new environment creation, if any developer needs any assistance, you need to provide any solution. So you need to work up on that particular task. Okay. So that is how you can explain your daily routine. Okay. Then what are the automation tools you have worked on with? Okay. That's the next question. Let's do the next question. Okay, next question. What are the automation tools you have worked with? Okay, this is a question. Okay, this is a question. So let's explain some of them. Like, let's do that. For example, you use Ansible, or you use Shift, or you use Puppet, or you use Terraform. Okay, use Terraform. Okay. So this will be a question that the person would try to know that what all tools you have worked with, or what all tools you know about. Okay, so based on that, definitely you will explain that whether you have worked with Ansible, Share, or Share, Puppet, or maybe Terraform. Okay, so any of the tools, whatever you will explain there, maybe Ansible, Chef, or Puppet, or Terraform, then there will be a couple of questions related to that particular tools. Okay, maybe like what is Ansible, like what is cookbooking in Chef, like how does Puppet work? So like how do we create a master insert in if master in slave master, and like a client certificate, how do we authenticate a new use agent with Puppet? If we need to enable Puppet version, how do we need to do that? Okay, if you need to send any false upgrade to all the clients, how do we perform that? Like with Terraform, like how do we create a resource? How do we ensure that services are created on different platform? Okay, so how do you integrate multi-platform or whatever form? So those are the things the person can ask you. Okay, so next question. So you need to do some research about this question, then based on your knowledge. Okay, you need to learn these tools. I will have this explained in other in my videos, but not in the interview question. But I just give you the brief. Okay. Okay. Next question. Next question. So next question we're gonna do. What are the difference between application and network, ELB? Okay, this is a question. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's put this there. Interview question. Let's put it here. Interview question. Okay, so one of them is okay, the first one, actually I already did this. Let's make it okay, let's do this. Okay, this is the first question. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and then let's delete this one. Delete. Okay, what are and how do, oh, this is number 2. This is number 2. Okay, how do you choose ELB for your infra? Okay, so for this one, let's do this. HTTP HTTPS. Let's do this. Application ELB, or we need to mention about CTP. Also, you need to know about UDP. You need to know about TLS. Okay. All this network ELB. Okay. Okay. So for this question, okay. What is the differences between application and the network load balancer? Okay, so if you say the differences is and it could be a different question as well as like how it's like how do you choose the ELB for your infra? Okay, so if you need to load balance only HTTP and HTTPS traffic, then you are going to choose your. So if you need to load balance only HTTP and HTTPS traffic, then you are going to choose your network load by your application load balancer. Because based on that you are implement multiply rules, like based on your path host multi different parameters based on source, and obviously based on your specifically requirement, and you can have multi rules placed on application load balancer. In the same manner, if you need to do more like a network level load balancing, so you can use the TCP, UDP, or TLS protocol for the same. And if you want to migrate, or if you want to like balance your node based on those protocol, then you can go into select a network load balancer. Okay. Moreover, if you are going to get a really high throughput and low latency, then when you are working with a network load balancer, but you can place a security group as well as you can put a multi play rules like application load balancer. Okay, so those are the main difference. Okay, so next question. Let's do the next question. Okay, next question. This. Okay. Okay, next question is this. Okay, next question is how to manage path-based and host-based routing on ELB. Okay, so this one, how to enter this question, you just need to 1 second explain ELB. ELB roles. Yeah, you need to explain these roles and conditions you can. Oh, wow, sorry. And conditions you can place on ELB. Okay. So this question. Okay. So this question is like how to manage path-based and host-based routing with the ELB. Okay, so yes, there are certain conditions when you go and you create you insert roles within your load balancer. So at that moment you can ensure it that you can have multiple pathways and host-based routing within load balancer. So there would be a question like how many row can you implement? So there's a limit of 100 that you can have 100 rows per load balancer per listener. But listener in the sense like if there are two listeners, HTTPS, so the combination of both will be calculated. It will not be like you can have 100 rows with HTTP, 100 rows with HTTPS. So overall cumulative sum of both listeners so will be counted. Okay, it means you can only have a 100 load balance, and it is a hard limit from besides of AWS as of today. Okay, so next question. Okay, next question number 4. So can we mount one EBS volume to multiply EC2 instances. Okay, yeah, this is next question. So answer this question, we need to we get some tips. Yes, it's no. Now you need to explain EFS here as a solution. Okay. Okay. So next the question will be like could be like I'm not sure, like only this question will be asked. So can we mount one EBS volume to multi EC2 instances? So the answer is no. We can mount reason bin ABS. Okay, EBS is a survey based on availability zones. Okay, so if you create us like easy to machine within any available to zone, so only those only those volume which are created within that availability zone will be mounted with that instance. Okay. Moreover, if you have a mounted one EC2 machine, one volume with one easy to machine, so that will not be mounted with another one until and unless you unmount it from there and you try to mount it on the current instance. Okay, so so it could be a scenario that the person is trying to like figure out that do you have any solution for that? So yes, in this particular situation, you can easily say that we can't mount EBS with multiple EC2 instance, but we can mount EFS with multi play instance. That is the situation when you can put your knowledge or you can express your source based on EFS. Okay. Do the number 5. Okay, some question like what is versioning, okay, in S3. Okay, so for this question, that all this, okay, what are different storage classes in S3, or we can also say that can we, okay, so what the W, okay, can we host a website with S3 classes in S3, or you can say that or what okay, let's do this. It's two. Okay, let's do this. Okay, this one pretty much good. Okay, so what is the versioning in S3? So you can, there's two different ways. So what we can host website. So what are okay, let's do this. Permission. Okay, hopefully I'm not have any typo. Or policy on S3. Okay, or you can say that what is a cross region replication? Okay, sorry, region implication. Okay. So let me ask some another question related to S3, like what is S3? Yeah, so what is the versioning in S3? So like let me tell you what is S3. S3 means simple is today's service. Then there could be a question: how many will carry buckets? Buckets we can be created so by default. We can create approach handlers as three buckets within single account. That limited can be increased by default. We can store 256 terabyte data within one S3 bucket. We can in-host a static website with S3 bucket, then after their multi-storage classes, that is a standard storage class, it is a standard historic class, and it means in frequent radius redundancy storage. Then there are a couple of more classes you can check that out. Okay, so what is the versioning in S3? So when we upload a file multi times, when data is changed, it's the same. So every time, if you want to have a one-to-many version of this file, you want to update, say, same file with the same name multi-time. Every time you will upload a new for the new file with same name, so obviously it will create versions for you. But in that case, you will have to pay for versions as well as your main file, so that will be a thing you will have to check out. Okay, so what are the permission and the policy on S3? Okay, what a permission for that. Okay, so by default, all those objects in S3 are private. No one can access them. But yes, based on bucket policy, you can have some permission that who can read what. Okay, so like a bucket access policy, in fact, you can assign cross account permission as well as on this particular based on your current ID. You can implement that what is the current ID. So whenever we have a root account and one root account is provided with one current ID, so if we want to allow a user to account me, so we will have to use this current ID. So this can be found under IAM roles. Okay, I under M section, you can easily find it. So what is cross-region replication? So cross-region replication means that if you have a bucket and the bucket contains some data, if you want to, if you want to copy all the data which is been uploaded to bucket, so you can enable crossing region replication. Okay, this can be take place within single one account, within among multi regions, or with different account and different regions. So that is a particular feature which is known as a cross region application. So or could be another question like there will be another question like they will ask you six. Oh, number 6. Okay, so let's do next question. So they maybe ask you what is the default state of security group. Okay, so for this question, let's do this. What is the default state for security question? Okay, so for this question, it's like what is the role of an ACL and SG, or like for example, like where those are implemented. Okay, what does this? Okay, so the question could be like, what are the dependencies or what are the requirements to, you know, so what is the default state of a security group? Okay, so it means when you create a security group, so what are the rules of allowed within a security group? So by default, no incoming traffic it is allowed, and all outgoing traffic is allowed. Okay, when we create a security group, okay. So what is role of NICO and SG? So NICO means network ACL. This works per subnet. Okay, and this is implemented on top of your subnets. Okay, when we talk about security group, so this work along with EC2 resources. It means with instances with a specific resource like a load balancer, likely so like a RDS, like your EC2 instance, wherein if there are 100 servers with a single subnet, then obviously a network will be working on top of a security group. On the top of means if we have a hierarchy, then first of all and NACO will be there, and after that security group. So where those are implemented, so I have explained. So the NACO and the security group works more based on specific components. Okay. So next question. Next question. Okay. Next question. Next question gonna be what? Oh, sorry. What tools do you use for DDoS and other threat prevention? Okay, what is WAF and SHEE? Shield. Okay. Okay, this is the next question. Okay. Okay, so the next question gonna be what tools do you use for DDoS and other threat prevention? Okay, prevention. Hopefully okay, there's no typo, right? Prevention, yes. Okay, so where and shield, those are tools which we can use to prevent those things. This like those attacked like doors and others. So those are the things which you can use. Moreover, what is Verbex means that the web application firewall, right? What is the WAF? Okay, the WAF means the web application firewall. Okay, where you can have multiple rules implemented, like what type of traffic should be allowed, how many hates can you can accept from there. You can have some rules for cross-site scripting and other things in the same error shield works. So what is okay, so next question. So next question is what is IAM? Okay, so for this question, also can say what is, including this question, what is the user group and roles? Okay, how do you write customer policy for users and roles? Okay, how will you enable MFA? And what is the use of it? Okay, yeah, for this question. So what is AN? What is the user group and the roles? So now what is the roles you should know this thing, and then after, how do you write a customer policy for user and the roles. So I have already created a couple of videos on that, on those topics. Okay, so you can check these things on my channel. Okay, so how will you enable MFA and what is the use of it? So MFA means multi-factor authentication. Okay, when we allow a user to log into our account, and that moment we want that user should be able to log in, but not only password is enough. So we want that there should be an one addition layer of authentication. Then we enable MFA. So either we can enable visual MFA, like we can have a Google Authenticator, or maybe different apps which support ADA, which are supported by AWS. Okay, so I don't know you guys use the Authenticator or not. I think it is by Google. I use it very often because actually I invested on the Bitcoin. Most likely the exchange, the different exchange, they have the addition authenticator. Okay, so they have addition authentication. Okay, so they use that app. Okay, I use it pretty much often. Okay, or we can have a physical device, a physical MFA device. So what is use of it? So MFA is used for authentication. It means an addition is an addition layer of security to our AWS account. Now, those are the questions which you will have to figure out, because these are really lengthy, and I would like you to explore it. If you have any questions, so definitely I would love to explore those things as well. So next question, number 9. So what is the difference between TCP and UDP? How does the TCP handshake work? Okay, or sorry, how does how does for example HTTP handshake work? Okay, this is the questions. Okay, let's do. Oh, I probably did. Okay, how? Oh my God, how does DNS? How does DNS resolutions work? Okay, okay. Or do like a please tell us the fault of some services. Okay. Okay, so the next question is what is the difference between TCP and UDP? Okay, then after how does TCP handshake work? Or this which we like, what is the TCP? Okay, so what's TCP three-way handshake? How does HTTP handshake work? Or there could be another question: what is pre-master key? This question could be like what is the pre-master key? This also be a question because that is a concept of HTTP handshake. Then after, how does DNS regulation work? So a person can ask you like when we tap in www.google.com in browser, so how do we like how does it happen, or what are the things which goes in backend? So like the person would like to know about your proxy, your local DNS, then after your ISP DNS, maybe Google DNS, and after root survey, then after your the particular domain register. So those are the concept of which you should know. Then after a person can ask you like what are the default ports of this like a DHCP, DNS, RDS, maybe MySQL, Postgres, or maybe, so SSDP. So those are particular files which is known as, as TTC, less services. Okay. Okay. Next question. Okay. Next question. Next question is what are the tools? What are the tools do you use for CI CD? Okay, CI CD. So like what is Jenkins? Okay. What is Jenkins? Okay. And what is Artifactory? Okay, that's a question. And also, how do you deploy release product using Jenkins and Ansible? Okay. So the next question is like what are the tools you use for CI/CD? So obviously the tools maybe that will be maybe like a Jenkins, maybe Bamboo, maybe Circle CI, or maybe any other one. So then after the particular person can ask you like if you can okay, I'm using Jenkins, so the person can ask you like, what is a Jenkins pipeline and what are the type of Jenkins pipeline, and then after, how do you integrate a gate with Jenkins? What is the artifact repository? The person can also ask you how to download artifact from artifact repository. Okay. Okay, so there could be a question like, how do you deploy a release on prod or maybe on stage or maybe on developing environment? So the answer would be like, either you can do this by using Jenkins or by using Ansible. Okay, if you use Ansible, then there will be furthermore question. Okay, how do you make sure that a service are started? And also those could be like a couple of questions related to this topic. Okay, so when you are going to answer those questions, you need to have understanding of the Ansible as well as Jenkins. Okay, there's one more question like, how do you ensure that same issues does not come again into production? So for ensuring it, like, you will have to take that and you will have to figure out the RC and the issue. So there will be a question like, we try to figure out RC. So there will be an addition question like, how do you figure out RC, or how do you find out RC of an issue? If you should know like, what is RC. So you need to figure out like, what is an event, like, how did it happen, can it be reproduced, and if it can be read to reproduce, then how would you prevent it? What would be done that it will not happen again? Whether you want to go for load test, and all those are the questions which can be asked to a person during interview. Okay, so this is the first part of interview questions of AWS. So today we just finished the part one, the Devops and AWS admin interview question. Okay, let's do another one. So I will share a couple of more interview questions related to the Devops and AWS admin interview question. Okay. So this is for this video. This is only part one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good time and happy learning. Okay. So if you have any further questions, so please do let me know. I shall be happy to assist you on that. Okay, have a good time and happy learning. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Have a good time. Thank you very much, and have a good time and happy learning.